Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having another How Good Is test series video. This time we are testing the basic Roman infantry unit Hastati, and let's see how they fare against Eastern infantries. So a bit of a shield formation over here to throw the pillar first, and then let's get the units charging at the Eastern infantries. So I think Hastati could be considered as, say, kind of an average unit against which other units can be measured. So it will be really interesting to see how well they actually will fare in this one. And you guys throw some more of those pillar. And is it so that you're not actually breaking any of the enemies quite just yet? Okay, we have first enemy breaking, but the others are kind of pushing through. Okay, second one breaking. Good. I think we have the chain route coming soon. There it is.
The enemy general is running away. This is no
And let's take care of the rest of the enemies, and that's it.
Your victory could not have been in more doubt, and yet the gods finally smiled on your efforts.
So something like 15% casualties from Hastati, or for Hastati, from this one. Okay, and we are facing Urban Cohort next. This might be rather rough ride for the Hastatis. What we want to do is to throw all of the pillar we can, because they are armor piercing, and I think our swords will do pretty much nothing against the armor of Urban Cohorts. And let's make sure that these guys are actually engaged first. Okay, and start firing. And we want to fire another volley. Fire at will. Fire, fire, fire. Oh, this is going to get nasty. They're breaking! They are actually breaking that one. Wow. Never thought that possible. Just hunt them down. And that one is breaking as well. And here I'm thinking that Hastati cannot do anything about these. Okay, throw that to there. And I think we need you guys to engage them as well as soon as possible. That general unit is in a tough spot at the moment. And charge and throw. And charge. And those guys are not coming back. Perhaps we should try to disengage for a moment. If we could throw these pillar, perhaps I should have disengaged a bit earlier, but I mean, we are doing so great at the moment that I don't think I will try to remake this one. Okay, they are throwing this direction, so we are getting some free hits. And now that we are out of range, let's get back over here. Oh, they're charging this way. Whoops. Just move to engage. Engage. Don't engage from the rear with all of the other units. Okay, let's see if we could tired. These are tired as well, but perhaps we could get a small respite for these guys. Let's see. They're reloading. The formation is about as horrible as it can be for the Urbans. So we might very well take this one. And we won!
This is a moment of triumph to savor! Roman arms have crushed the enemy!
I'm kind of wondering what's happening in here. First, in the Skydeath Chariots episode, they wreck everything, and now 4 Hastati can beat 3 Urban Cohorts in very hard difficulty. Just seems weird. Okay, and use that rally horn. Okay, it seems the cavalry is getting the job done. Wavering, shaken, steady. We were able to throw some of the pillars, but we are being pushed back quite heavily. Wavering. Oh, broken. I had small hopes that we could perhaps rally these, have them throw pillar and then inflict some more damage at the very least, but alas, that seems not to be the case.
Your general's nerve has broken, and he is fleeing from the enemy!
Okay.
Defeat is bitter indeed for any Roman, but defeat is only the first step to fresh victory.
And I'm getting more and more your point about cavalry being king in Rome Total War. That seems to be the case. I'm going to actually give it another try. There was some comment that perhaps I should have charged the enemy cavalry with those head hurlers. So let's see if we could do a bit better with just charging in with Hastati. I doubt it, but we will see. Seems this approach somehow hampers the AI. Yeah. I mean, it seems that against cavalry, infantry should be charging then. Huh. Okay, well, it's nice to learn new things. It seems we will lose this in any case, but I mean, the results probably will be... Hey. So, okay. Well, perhaps... Well, we will see if they were better or not. But at least, I mean... Well, they were a bit worse, but... I think it was a bit surprising how the AI reacted to this. So, could a bit better troop positioning, general in the middle, could have perhaps yielded a bit better results. I don't know. But interesting side test in any case. I'm a bit afraid for my poor Hastati in this battle, because I think the enemies will be able to kite us quite well, and thus the results might be rather, well, not so nice. But if we can get proper pillar shots away, then that should most certainly even the odds. And just charge in, you too. And I think those archer Auxilias are by far the most dangerous opponents. So let's go chasing after them first. Okay, so those Velites are running. We need you guys to start chasing those archers. And we are about to drive both of these off the map. So basically, it's only about this general unit. And actually, it might be able to beat... No, it won't. Okay.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory.
Well, to be honest, they did okay, in my opinion. When I tried this test the previous time, I began chasing those horse archers with principes, but perhaps a better approach could be to try to weather the arrows they fire, because they will tire themselves more than we will standing here. And after that, perhaps if we have enough troops, we might be able to survive the inevitable charge they do. But, well, we will see about that. Okay, I guess that flank was a bit too much. We are inflicting some casualties on them. I think this is by far the better approach. So, yeah, you shouldn't go chasing after missile cavalry with infantry. Unless, of course, you have really superior numbers. And now it will be interesting to see how much more arrows they do have.
This is no way for a Roman to behave. Shame will be his forever. Your
Yeah, we
general
just cannot
runs
beat
away.
them in loose formation. Are they actually firing their own units? Okay, and we are going to have a rear charge coming. They're not. Yeah,
This is a terrible day. Our efforts
that
were
was
useless before the onslaught.
quite terrible, but
Our defeat
they
is
did
measureless.
bleed a bit, at least. Okay, let's see how we will fare against... Yep, we need a bit more concise formation. Against that cavalry especially. I think... Okay, and we need to advance because of those Roman archers. I think it would have been actually prudent to save some of the missiles. Oh, this is going to be nasty. And this too. Yeah, we just lack the mobility. Or they have the mobility advantage. Just hold over there. If we can break this, we could use this unit to help us. Or rather help them. Okay. Not happening, it seems. At least fast enough. And now the Urban Cohort is joining. Fortunately, trying to get a flank. I think actually this Legionary Cavalry can beat 2 Hastati on its own, if there is no blunders. So they are quite good at tying up our troops, and then some fire arrows, the mix, and here we are. I think there are no questions, we were just out-qualified. I wonder if some other tactics would have yielded better results, but then again we would have needed to kind of address both of those cavalry units, and at least one unit would have been needed to tie those town watches in place, and then there is that Urban Cohort and archers, so I mean rather limited options in my opinion. But I guess they did okay. So, overall, Hastati got 300 points out of 600 from battles. I mean, that's average, it's okay. It's better than Head Hurlers. Principes, that was a test match, so perhaps not quite applied that well, but I mean, yeah, a bit better than Principes, so perhaps I'm getting better at this test. About requirements, the unit's cost is 440, it earns its 35 points out of 50. The unit's upkeep is 170 denarii per turn, meaning 10 turns is 1700, and that's 65 points. What's noteworthy, in my opinion, is that the upkeep of Hastati is the same as that of Principes. So basically, when you have access to Principes, you should go to them, because the extra cost is minimal compared to the advantage you get in the battlefield, as the upkeep is the same. The unit is tier 2, so that's 80 points from requirements. It takes 1 turn to train, that's 100 points. Out of 100 from building time. From requirements overall, the unit gets 280 points, thus the overall score is 580 out of 1000. So, what do you think about Hastati as a unit in Rome Total War? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. And very special thanks to existing channel members Napoleon Complex, Kosaku Sarmark, Anthony, Bluey Eye Wolf. Your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.